fucking kidding me? That soundtrack is amazing. You got the touch. You got the power.
Ah,
How do you?
I was gay the whole time.
That's the next. Oh.
No, there's no way it was. There's no way a panda fighting kung fu for a third time was any better than the first time.
If you want more Rugrats talk and more talking about people's sisters that you don't know, you guys hit that subscribe. I'll let your boy.
What?
You know that picture?
Welcome to /podcast episode 13. Feels like we haven't done this in a long time.
As we all three, like I put this down, you did, and you put that down like on the
Alright,
table. And
everyone,
make a big ass pop.
You guys ready? No, we had to do it together.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
That is so loud.
Everyone, 1, 2, 3. We do. Like we did it as a. It was nice. Way to start it off. It was like the wave of shit.
That's how much love we have for our like 5 viewers. We're like, thanks for tuning
If
in.
you're still watching, we got a lot in store for you this evening.
I hate our viewers.
Is it like
The reason I keep doing this.
is it like Blue Whale? The fact
Yes.
that you're viewing it, you hate them even more.
Yeah.
Off to a great start, guys.
Do you know? I think you're the only one. Do you know about Blue Whale?
It seems like something that you would attempt to come up with, but it would fail miserably.
Yeah, okay.
If you were smart enough
Is
to
it a
be a
Pokemon?
super villain.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a blue whale Pokemon named Blue Whale.
I'll let Brad tell you if he wants to.
Alright.
Nope.
Okay, good night. Thank you.
Go ahead, Dylan.
So we're with Russia. There's this dude in Russia who came up with a game called Blue Whale, and it's very simple. You get like level 1, and it tells you to do something. And it starts off like some of the early steps are things like watch a horror movie, like simple shit. Like wake up at this time, 4 a.m. and watch a horror film or
It's like
something.
a board game?
Nope, it's just like you just get a step, and when you complete it, you get the next step type thing. And you're considered a whale if you play. Because some of the steps are like contact another whale, so you have to find someone else who's playing and talk with them and stuff like that. And it just keeps getting more and more crazy and bizarre and having you do shit that's dangerous. And
Which in Russia is everything, right? Like Russia.
some of the last couple steps are
Yeah.
all involved with like deleting all information that was sent to you and getting rid of essentially the evidence that these conversations have ever existed. And then the final step of the game is to jump off a building.
That's amazing.
And the guy who did it was essentially attempting to kill people that he didn't feel deserved to live on planet Earth with
If you
us.
keep playing it, you don't deserve to
If you
live.
keep doing it, you don't deserve to live. If you stop,
He's in jail now,
There
but he
was-
still has internet access.
Yes, he's in a Russian prison where he still has internet access, so he still runs the game from jail.
Dude, Russian's such a hardcore fucking place, man.
There was a court case recently where a girl was
I don't think he
uh,
understands that a supervillain actually like
Like this guy is responsible for the death of like multiple 14-year-old girls.
It sounds just like fucking Zemo from Civil War. It just did all this planning from the internet and made everyone fight.
Except he did it the smart way and he won.
I mean, what?
He kind of won.
Still playing it though.
He didn't, yeah. But no, did you guys hear about that court case recently about
Yeah.
a girl got,
He's literally said nothing else.
No, it's the girl where she got her boyfriend to kill himself.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit.
And,
Oh,
like,
where she was found guilty of manslaughter.
which, I mean, she's a shitty
Found-
person,
found-
but when
Involuntary
does,
manslaughter.
yeah, she's a shitty person, but when does, like, self-accountability come into play?
It's such a gray area because
No,
I don't know, the fact
I doubt it's gonna get appealed, and we'll see if it ends up getting overturned. Because I'm pretty sure most people thought she was gonna get acquitted.
well, the fact that she's basically egging this guy on to kill
Yeah,
himself.
and he has mental problems.
But, like,
so he had
it is
to.
pretty terrible.
Here's
He deserves to
terrible.
get-
There's people in jail for bullying someone who killed themselves. This person was like legitimately like, "Fuck,
Do it.
kill yourself," and even like.
I'm mad because
From
you're
my
not gonna do
understanding,
it.
there was even a text part of the text where like he was in the car in a garage killing himself, and he got
In the
out,
parking lot.
And she told him to get back
and
in.
Yeah.
she's like, "Get back in there."
Yeah.
And that's yes,
Called her.
yes, he is definitely responsible for his own actions.
She should be responsible. Even though she's a shitty person, I'm not trying to like defend her, but that's, you can't, just
Well,
like you
really-
see people in jail for like fucking, bullying.
What you're essentially
That can't
saying,
be-
what you're essentially saying though is that people don't have control over other human beings in any way, shape, or form.
They shouldn't.
Well, let's look at the
Then
flip
Charles
side.
Manson shouldn't be in prison.
Sure.
I mean, I dig him.
If you look at the flip side of that, so like police officers,
Yeah.
if they respond over to a house for like a psych case or somebody's suicidal, and they enter the residence and they talk with the person and they deem the person to be a threat to themselves over the next couple days, or if they feel like it's their judgment call, they feel unsafe leaving this person, they can do an involuntary 96-hour commit.
Right.
So like they'll put them, not throw them, but put them in the car and be like, okay, I know you don't want to go to the hospital, but you're going because it is technically infringing on their freedom, but where do you?
You could
kind of
say don't
put
be a
that
shitty
line?
person and you
know,
won't
like-
have, and you won't have a chance of that happening. But I just think, I think it's a slippery slope, just like everything, because then
It is
because
I think you're right.
because you know now like what's gonna like constitute for that? Is it gonna be me Joe Ryan being like kill yourself? You kill yourself? Oh shit!
Yeah, I know. How far is
Well,
it?
you telling him to kill himself is different than you like badgering him
You
every
saying it
day.
once and then you sending him 1,000
I
text
get it.
messages.
But how long until it gets to that point though?
But also, you're the only person that he cares about and is confiding in, and
Yeah.
all of this other. Look, I don't think you should necessarily
I
be
agree.
legally held responsible, but I think does society have a response to like put her in the woods and shun her for the rest of her life? Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Until she's eaten by bears? Yes.
I think you should go on a resume.
Well,
I kind of see both, like from a purely like libertarian
From a
type of
constitutional
viewpoint.
standpoint,
Yeah,
I feel
like,
like it's weird, but
I do tend to agree with you, but at the same time,
But I
at
feel
what
bad
point-
defending her because she's obviously a piece of shit.
Yeah, at what point do we need to say like, all right, so human decency needs to?
And it's fucking like free
Come into
speech.
place.
Like she should be able to say that stuff, and he
Yeah.
should just quit talking.
The
to
human
her.
decency thing would be like, well, it's a free country and he did it on himself, so you're not held responsible. But we're still gonna beat you to death with rocks because we don't want you around here anymore.
Oh, is it that time period?
Just something. It's just like, yes, you are not held responsible for this, but also you're a terrible fucking waste of space.
And this
And
could
get
be,
out of
this
my
could
town.
be solely because I've probably watched a half dozen videos in the last few days about fucking teenage and children murderers who are just like soulless human beings. So
You're
I'm
having
like
a kid. Why are you
super-
watching that shit?
So I'm
That's
like
not how you
super,
prep to be a
like,
dad.
So he knows
Follow
what to
yourself.
look for when his kid starts trying to stab him in his
That's not how
sleep.
you prep. Tracy's reading diaper.
I need
notes
to know
and
if I need a
Joe's reading-
padlock on my door. That's all I'm
Someone
saying.
wakes up and Junior's standing there with a claw hammer when he's 4 years old. What are you doing?
It was like, what are the physical signs of psychopath in infants?
Are you kidding? I just have to look at Tony and anything he did. growing
Whatever
up.
his baby
And-
pictures are.
I'll make sure.
And I have like essentially a mental guide of what the signs are for sociopath.
I'll make sure to beat his name out.
You don't have to.
Yeah, nobody knows where.
I don't think I ever do. I think I just always say hello.
But no, it's
I'll
one of
beat
those
you
things
up.
like,
Just say whatever you
It
want.
makes
Like-
it funny.
if we're gonna hold people responsible, like without saying names of any of these people because it's a little bit different, if you can hold someone responsible because someone OD'd in your house, I think this lady can definitely be held responsible for her actions.
That's a good point too.
That's a good point.
The reason I'm for it, I don't think it's going to get out of hand because there's been plenty of cases where people have been like, hey, you should fucking kill yourself, you're a piece of shit, and that person did do that, and they weren't charged because there's plenty
It was
of
just
times-
an off-the-cuff comment,
Right.
like, fuck
and
you.
our system has established a difference here, and this went way beyond that. And I think it sets a very strong precedent to like, hey, don't be pieces of shit to each other, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
I just given the law more control because I also read
Lawnmower
a story.
control.
No, the law more control.
Lawnmower control.
The Lawnmower Man too.
Control.
Beyond
movie-
cyberspace.
I was confused with those movies as a kid because nobody ever mowed a fucking lawn. It was all about like
Impressed.
virtual
He
reality.
did mow his lawn in the first one. He did it with his mind.
Like, I'm always impressed at like Brad's just raw movie knowledge. Where
Fucking
they're just
right,
like,
man.
But they're always-
knowledge
pulling
over
out of,
here.
like,
But
he's
they're
like,
always
Lawnmower
like-
Man 2 Beyond Cyberspace.
There was like fucking
Yeah.
B movies that nobody. Like,
I know.
Did you ever play the fucking PS1 game?
No one didn't play the
It's
PS1
awful.
game to fucking Lawnmower Man.
It was
I'm not retarded.
It was so bad. I think that's what made me retarded. So anytime you make fun of me, just remember that I played that game.
Yeah,
That was
actually,
cool
you should
before
probably
that.
stop saying that because I mean, you say it once, but if you say it a bunch of times, and then what happens to David if he becomes
If they
actually like retarded? Then you're
Then we called it. That he's fucking retarded.
But there was another.
I think we have like easily 100 hours that will prove that he was that way before Brad said anything.
I thought you were gonna say.
I didn't make him retarded. I didn't hold him at the bottom of the pool for 5 minutes.
You didn't force
we
me
can
to
thank
play.
your dad for that.
You didn't force me to play Lawnmower Man on PS1.
I just have this vision.
What the fuck is the tutorial? Level 1. Mow the lawn?
I was gonna say,
No,
would have been
VR is
hilarious.
like a really shitty shooter, and like the graphics are really shitty, and it's like when you're in the VR.
Wouldn't it be awesome if it was called Lawnmower Man? Like, it had a picture of the movie, but like when you got it, it was just literally just mowed
I was like, Paperboy.
Oh, yeah, I would say Paperboy was fucking awesome.
Dude,
It was.
You guys ever see anything on fucking Paperboy VR? It looks atrocious. It looks so hard to handle and control. I'm like,
Yeah, it's called
it's
The Job of My Local Post Office.
I don't think
You
they
can
don't-
just be a paperboy,
Yeah.
for fuck's
Yeah.
I
sake.
say they don't like that's still a job.
That
anymore.
involves going outside
Yeah.
and waking
Is
up
it?
early.
Yeah, because
I
get
can be able to
those
get
shits-
high and play this at like 2 in the afternoon while eating Doritos, Brad. I can't do that way.
The Paperboy is still a legit job because I get that shit all the fucking time at my house and I throw them right in the garbage.
It's now a van though, and
Yeah, I say I don't
Some
think they.
sad middle-aged
Yeah,
guy
I don't
as
give-
opposed to
I don't think they
some
give a
plucky
crap.
go-getter kid who's working at
Dude,
some
I
job.
should literally put
No,
my
you just realize how dangerous it is to have children out at 5 a.m. by themselves riding in the streets.
All they have to defend themselves with the newspapers.
should
Like
put
that,
the
they
trash
don't think they
can.
had a baseball bat with them.
The kid in the game didn't. He got attacked by every fucking thing imaginable.
It's true.
Put the lid on my big trash can up and just put like a target and be like Paperboy, like try to fucking throw it right in my trash can.
That'd be amazing.
Please save me the step.
It's when I'm mowing my grass. Like I mow the grass and I have to stop. And
Dude, I've hit those before, not here.
I don't know. It's like
At my parents' house. This is like son of a.
It's
I
almost
don't care. The wind will take care of it.
It's almost like a nice, like white trash confetti.
Yeah.
It's like,
So what is it when you hit baby rabbits?
that's a
That
nice.
happened recently to me the other day. I was changing my bag. I didn't realize it
Oh,
because
that's
I
nice, though.
listened with headphones on, and I was like, "Oh, there's a baby bunny head," and it just dumped it.
I used to have a big problem with them all over my
You
backyard.
need to watch the fuck out, man. It's not like my lawnmower's on fucking silent.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure-
they know it's coming.
I'm pretty sure
It's because they have like the nest.
Well,
and I just mow over
what
them,
happens
trying
is
to hide.
like the little ones don't know how, they don't have all their like response things. So like
Adult ones even
If-
fuck.
if
If you ever
they-
see it
they'll-
freak out and run back and forth,
the baby ones, like the big ones usually just dart in a direction. The baby ones like get small and they try to like sink into the grass.
Yeah.
And because they just like, oh god, what the fuck's going on? Because imagine, I mean,
Yeah.
think about if something,
I'm thinking about
think about if something the ratio of you to a lawnmower as opposed to the rabbit to the lawnmower. You're just like walking around and all of a sudden just, whoa, like,
well, I'm trying to think about what like my little kid would do. Yeah, he'd probably just point at it and just let it keep coming forward.
There is some scientific. Don't ask me why I know this. I'm not sure where I learned it from, but like baby deer, fawns do that exact shit that you were literally just talking about.
Don't
When they hear
ones just freeze too?
when they hear a threat, they just get low in the grass because that's their defense mechanism.
Right.
Don't be seen.
it's not as bad as an ostriches, because full-grown ostriches is just bury your head in the sand because they won't see
Aren't those
my
things violent
giant-
as fuck though?
What?
Ostriches, I think
Ostriches?
they are.
I'm surprised it even hides at all. I would be like no matter what it was, it just fuck whatever up.
They die a lot.
That sucks. From what AIDS?
Anything.
Well, and they have like a real long, skinny neck, so you just like walk through with like a scissor and be like,
I give you 60.
I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying.
Don't you get close
I'm
enough?
gonna give Tommy a pair of garden shears and go to an ostrich farm and see how that works out.
See how many you can get.
He's gonna get disemboweled by a modern day fucking raptor.
I'm just saying they put their heads in the sand.
Oh, if they do.
I don't think they really do though. I think that was a made up thing.
Is
No,
it?
I've seen all over.
I don't
Are
know.
you sure? I have a Google box.
I've only
right here. I
actually
can
seen
check
it in cartoons.
It was in
I can
South
check
Park.
it right now.
I've only actually seen it in cartoons.
Do you ever play that 80s arcade game Joust?
Oh,
Where you're on ostriches, but ostriches can't fly. Why is there a picture of a possum when you Google it?
I don't know.
When you Google ostriches?
But ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand because they wouldn't be able to breathe, but they do dig holes in the dirt to use as nests for their eggs.
So I'm right. Good luck fighting that.
I'm gonna have to screenshot this and
But
put
the
it.
bird puts its head in the hole and turns the eggs with its head, so it
It
looks
does
like.
look like it. So they do, but not as a defense mechanism.
Why
Well,
does
that's
it-
because it's a
why
horrible
doesn't it use
defense
its arms?
mechanism.
There are some dumb things in this world.
I was like, are you serious? He goes, why does it use its arms? I know you're just being facetious. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
He doesn't even know what
Thank
that
you.
word means.
Good podcasting right here.
If we're gonna wrap it back around, yeah, for sure.
Nope, don't even try.
People get falsely put in jail all the time when they're innocent. So I don't
Sure.
want. So I just don't want to give. I don't like any slippery slope scenarios.
Saw somebody put up there like if you falsely accuse someone of a crime and they're found 100% innocent, you have to serve the time sentence of the crime. You
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be nice.
I think it depends. If somebody can prove that you accuse them knowing that it was 100% false.
The comment was off of a newspaper article involving a woman who had falsely
Claimed she
accused
got raped.
15 men of rape. One who ended up
Yeah,
serving
dude, Bill
7
Cosby's
years.
innocent.
So if you
Prison.
can prove without the shadow of the doubt that she conspired to do that,
I just,
yeah,
I think the fact that she was
But
even
you-
able to get to 15
yeah.
is an atrocity. in
Well, they
itself.
have to take
In
them
this day and
seriously.
age-
though.
I know,
Yeah.
but when the same girl is coming up for like the 7th time, no one's
Oh,
like,
it was
hold
all
on.
different times.
Like this girl, she accused 15 different dudes over so many years of rape.
Oh, okay.
Like this girl was a rape magnet, apparently.
Well, yeah, the cops just were like, "Let me add this one to your file." Like they knew her by face when she walked in the station.
Name,
Yeah,
we'll edit.
Get her file. Who raped you today?
But in the end,
It
like,
doesn't even matter.
it worked out.
The problem with it is like shit like that though that happens a lot.
Now I'm laughing at what you said. Now it feels like now people are gonna think I'm laughing at like the situation.
No, I'm making a face at him too.
Everyone knows that Linkin Park puns never get old.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
But the problem with it is that when you have people who do that shit and they're not really punished for it,
Tried so hard.
it makes it hard for the real legitimate cases
Yeah.
to get the light that they deserve. Because there's no one who will ever argue that rape doesn't happen and it's not fucking one of the most atrocious things you can do to another human being.
It is.
For the
So-
semester I took of actual college, I took criminal justice, and my teacher was like a sergeant in one of the areas around here. He was like, "You ever think that a girl will just say that a guy raped her when she's mad at him, because maybe he didn't call her back, or because of something else?" And all the women were like, "No, that doesn't happen." He's like, "No, it does happen all the time."
Psychotic people.
And they have to investigate that shit.
Yeah.
We were talking about that, like based on like all the shit I watch, because my brain is essentially a cesspool now.
So you watch a bunch of rape videos?
No, I'm saying like about like murders and all the stuff that I've absorbed.
Whoa. Yes. Go
I'm saying
ahead.
I watch like murders, mystery things where it's like unsolved, bizarre murders and disappearances and things of that nature.
Watch Forensic Files. I watch the fuck out.
I don't watch
We
French.
should do a bonus episode where we
They always have
go
the
and
answer
search
at the
history.
end, and I prefer the ones that are like mysterious.
Oh, you like to think about it then. You're like,
Yeah. Doesn't that
Yeah.
stuff just make you mad though? And upset?
I mean, no, I know how fucked the world is.
Oh. I live in a bubble.
You do live in a bubble.
It's nice.
It's a hamster bubble. We built it for you.
It bounces off walls.
We
I
only
can't
let
hurt
you
myself.
out to do this for some reason.
I get fed 3 times a day.
Depends on how if we're home.
I don't think you know numbers well.
There are
Because it's not 30.
There are, I mean, you know, there's those weekends where we're gone all day and you're just kind of stuck there and we forgot to.
Or I just don't care enough.
Right.
Yeah.
anyway, so you were.
You're essentially our gimp.
Why don't I get the cool costume that you in Pulp Fiction got?
You do. We don't have you wear on camera.
You have to request it.
You gotta pay for that yourself.
Yeah.
Those are expensive.
And when you make half a cent a
Yeah,
day,
that's 100%
it's going
worth
to
it.
take a while.
I couldn't imagine being dressed in that in your fucking hot-ass garage.
It's not even that hot today, dude. The other day when we did Strange, we literally just started the episode with, "I'm sorry we look like disgusting
You
sweat."
know what you should do?
Yeah.
Is get one of those baby pools. You guys should just sit in it and do the episode.
I have one out in my backyard for the dog.
Yeah, I got one for my
Let's
kids.
do it.
It'd be fucking funny as shit.
I don't care. I will do an episode in the baby pool.
You guys should just
I don't
get-
care anymore. Like
You start the
10
episode-
years ago, I was like, no, I'm
It'd just
not.
be in on my trash and I'm in trouble. Welcome to Strange. We're real.
White trash and I'm in trouble.
It's from the South Park episode.
I
Remember
know,
that?
I do.
Guy had one Pabst Blue Ribbon too many.
Yeah.
It always relates back to drinking one fucking Pabst too many.
Yeah, but Pabst is a hipster beer now. Like,
Yeah, right.
Pabst is
I
like,
don't drink it anymore.
yeah, I know.
Although now apparently the thing is just make fun of Coors Light.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
saw
no,
that. I was
I've
like, I
noticed.
really like Coors Light.
I've noticed that people.
It's like how to properly drink Coors Light, and it's just a guy pouring it down the sink.
I brought Coors over to a party the other day, and people were like,
You were asked to leave, but they kept your beer.
no, I mean, people were just like, you know, oh, give me a beer or whatever, and I like hand them a Coors Light, and they're just like, I don't want this. Like, is it that fucking bad? Like,
I
that
think
you
it's on Zima level now.
is it?
Fucking Smirnoff Ice level
Do
shit.
they still make Zimas?
Did no one else enjoy like Tommy's transition into story mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Because like, you talk normal, but then you're like, so I went to this party. Like, you just like completely switch like your entire like.
To be honest, I was
Tommy went to
never.
a party and didn't invite us. That's the thing I said.
I was never gonna try it until you brought it over to my
It
party
was-
that one day.
it worked.
You left it, and I fell in love with it, and now that's all I drink. And my
It's
wife,
good.
and
It's
my
refreshing.
wife. No. Cool. I don't think I haven't seen this fucking Zima in forever. Do they make Zimas anymore?
They do. They do.
Do that?
Mm-hmm.
Had a Zima. I was like.
Zima's
so
not weird
my
though. It's
parents-
like a malt.
Yeah,
liquor.
we still look at my friend's parents. Me and Tim Pender shared a Zima when we were like 7.
I can't remember when it was, but you remember that? I think we probably all experienced this at some point. Because like, I think some of our early drink days we drank some Smirnoffs because we were
Yeah,
young and
Smirnoff
pussies.
Ice.
But like
Malt beverage.
people make fun of that shit, but then you look at it and it's like triple the alcohol content of a beer.
Well, and it also gives you a fucking wicked hangover.
Oh yeah,
It's all sugar.
But it's like this is way stronger than your beer. Why am I being made fun of for
Yeah, I
drinking
know.
something that tastes good and has more alcohol?
Because you're a pussy for drinking not
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like sugary or sweet beverages can only be drank by women.
I get
Long Island iced tea. Why don't you quit being a faggot and drink a beer?
I'm just saying,
Like,
I think,
this thing has is made with all alcohol.
I'm just saying,
You're drinking a beer.
I've drank plenty of like Crown and Cokes that
Yeah.
are super fucking sweet too, but I don't get made fun of for that. And it's
Well,
like
that-
fucking
you gotta mix it
super
with
sweet.
Coke.
Strawberry
Well, because
margaritas are
whiskey
my thing.
is
Right. 'cause
man,
whiskey.
like anything with whiskey in it, pretty much.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Canadian whiskey though.
It's
And
my
he's
favorite.
mixing
That's
it with
true.
Coke.
And margaritas.
I'm sorry, dude.
people
Crown
are
has like one of the
too,
best
Margaritas.
tastes in my
But it
opinion.
has fucking tequila in it. I'm
I know.
like, it's strong.
I don't like my booze to taste like booze, Brad.
You know what?
I am.
I figured it out.
No, you didn't.
Figure
Literally,
out shit.
you can, as a man, you can drink any sort of dark alcohol, and it'd be like a manly drink. The minute you switch to a clear, you start bordering
Or a
on
light.
like feminine.
Here's the thing.
Well,
If you're
so
wearing
that's
a
all the Russians.
suit, if you're wearing a suit, clear
that's
liquor is okay.
It's true, James Bond never
True.
drinks a beer.
Like if
No,
you
but
want,
I'm saying,
you want
like-
to drink a gin and tonic and you go to a biker bar and you look like what any of us are wearing right now, you're gonna get a weird look.
if
Yeah.
you're
If
in a
you go to
biker
that same
bar,
biker bar and you're wearing a fucking suit and you order a gin and tonic, they're gonna give it to you in a glass, not a fucking
As
plastic
you
Pepsi cup.
you've done this, so you've experienced it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Sean,
When I made us all wear suits on like a Tuesday night, we went
And
to the
people are like,
bar.
what's the occasion? We're like,
It's Tuesday.
on a Tuesday.
Sean lives next to a biker bar called the Tool Shed Lounge with a Z, and we went there once. The first time I visited.
Wait, where's
we had
the
to
Z?
walk
Wait,
right back
wait, hold on. Where's
Now-
the Z in that?
In Shed.
Shit.
And Shed.
Tool
To the
Z
But it's
Lounge.
called, yeah, but if you go online, it's Tool Shed.
So wait, instead of an S, there's a Z.
Z. And it's super biker, and Sean's like, I've never been there
Okay, that
before.
doesn't make sense though, because the Z and the S are different noises that you make.
I would assume so.
So, it would
But
be
they call it the
Tool.
Tool Shed Lounge. The story,
You can't do that though.
I didn't make the fucking name or the
I'm
sign.
just saying you
I hate you for
can't.
patronizing it though.
We went inside and we immediately left.
You
It
can't.
was
Like, it has to.
It's like a
Am I right?
hardcore.
Like,
It was a hardcore biker bar.
Oh, it's Shannon's in town.
Who?
Shannon, remember bartender Shannon?
Oh yes. I do.
Have you seen?
I
Are
do.
you friends with her on Facebook at all?
No, I don't
She
think so.
she improved herself.
Oh good, great.
Does it mean she got tits?
Yes,
Hold
she
on.
got the giantest, fakest tits
Damn
I've
it.
ever seen. Like all of her Facebook posts are just like tits. It's like
Damn
man,
That's bullshit. Because you're like, she improved herself, and I was like, great. Like,
She
go
got
to
a
college,
job. She
like,
got,
no, she bought some giant fake tits.
and then like Dylan just he's like, she got tits, and Brad's like, yep. I'm like,
She bought giant fake tits.
Thought she went to college. Did
And
she
it's
go to
like-
college also?
No.
No.
But I look at pictures of like, if it's her and her kids, and like, I feel so sorry for your sons because all of your sons' friends are now your
Yeah.
Stacy's mom.
Yep.
You guys ever think how weird it's gonna look
She
when
got
all these
one.
like 70-year-old ladies have fake tits and everything on them sagging?
Have you
Not
ever?
tits.
I've seen a picture. I've seen a picture on the internet of that, and it's fucking.
Yeah, was it during fun time?
Dude, no. It was like.
It started
Why were
one
you
time.
looking?
It fucking opens a door that hasn't been closed for Tommy ever since. He's in a weird grandma fake tit porn.
It was not naked. It was she's in a bikini. It was on Facebook, and it was like one
It
of
has
the
to
memes
look
like,
awful.
you know what happens when you age, blah blah. Blah. I was just like, I was literally scarred by it.
Here's the
Because
thing.
it's like it's all sagging
That's
skin
weird.
with like two, just like baseballs, like just.
Here's the thing though. Everyone's body's gonna look like shit when we're that old. So
Yeah,
who gives
no.
a fuck?
But don't put like some weird shit in the. No.
Everyone's gonna look like shit anyways. Half of us aren't gonna make it to that age, and the other half look like shit before then anyways.
What are breast?
Breast implant. There it is. There it is right there.
Breast.
Fucking horrific.
That does look really fucking weird and abnormal.
So just Google old woman with breast implants is the first result. It's
I'm not gonna
fucking-
Google that, but I will.
It's
I will
so
show you.
goddamn horrific. Told you.
Told you guys.
She improved herself also. Fucking
I think-
50 years ago.
I think I still would prefer that to like fucking clinging against her kneecaps.
At least they're up where they should be.
Dude, I don't prefer either. Like, I don't want to see you in a bikini after the age of like,
10.
I don't know,
Dude,
40,
do you realize how
50?
fucking wrong you like in so many ways what just the fuck came out of your mouth?
That's why I said it.
Dude,
Oh
call
my god.
We need to get his kids out of his house now.
Call him DFS on his kids.
What evidence do you have? Well, we have a podcast. If you just go watch any of our podcasts.
Just watch any 5-minute segment of any podcast.
I'd say like 60 though, honestly, right?
Dude, maybe even earlier. It depends. It depends. If you're Cindy Crawford, yeah.
Or
But
Tom
like-
Cruise.
Or sure.
At 54, isn't he?
Sure. I would see Tom Cruise in a bikini just to see it.
I love it. He's a good looking dude.
Just be like,
I heard the Mummy is like
We should
his
do our own
biggest
podcast.
movie ever.
I'm down.
Get rid of these two.
It'd be so.
Do that.
It'd be so awful.
dude. By the way, Tropic
How old is that
Tropic
one?
Thunder.
Tropic
that's
Thunder.
Shannon.
Yeah. Tropic
Like,
Thunder is.
those are fucking gigantic now.
Yeah, those are big.
I don't remember.
Tropic Thunder's on Netflix.
Who's the one that always-
And
you
Tom
don't have to
Cruise
tell me.
is so goddamn. That's Tom Cruise's best fucking movie, dude.
It's in the top 5.
And he's in it for like 20 minutes.
I still, dude, he's amazing. He's that fat suit on. He gets the phone. He's like, go fuck yourself.
I want you to take a step back and literally fuck your own face.
And then like, isn't the credits just him dancing?
Yes.
It's awesome.
It's
Oh yeah,
so good.
it's right because he keeps trying to get Matthew McConaughey
It's ludicrous.
just to like abandon everyone and him die. And every time he says it, he just breaks into a
Well,
dance.
he's like talking about how he can have his own private jet.
Yeah, like that's supposed to like ease the pain. Like, just let
And
your
he said
friends die.
something and he's like
Yeah.
dancing and he's trying to like.
I feel like it's not also that scene, but it's every time he like kind of suggests that he should let his friends die.
Yeah.
He just breaks into a dance to ease the pain.
Oh yeah, he goes like and he's like a G5. He's talking about like a jet. He's like G5.
That's a great movie.
Save your client. G5.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I still think Edge of Tomorrow is maybe the best cruise movie, or Mission Impossible 3.
Dude, by the way, have you guys seen? You guys know that Tom Cruise has his tooth is in the middle of his head. Like, so you know how like if you draw a line from our forehead down to the nose
It's
to
in
the
the middle?
mouth, it's like right in the middle of that space, and there's 2 teeth on either side. Tom Cruise's tooth is in the middle.
You haven't read it too much.
Is in the middle. So like,
You don't find it out anywhere else but Reddit.
See the making single edge tomorrow?
Google it.
I don't know why. It's a perfect standalone, or what they're gonna do, and Bill Paxton can't be in it.
Yeah, that's sad. But I mean, honestly, getting to watch Tom Cruise die 50 times is great.
I don't have any problems with. I don't know what they're gonna do with the story. Like that, it will feel redundant to have that thing happen. Oh my gosh, this thing that could never happen to me happen again for a second time.
It's not happening to him apparently. That's a new character.
Him and Emily Blunt are just the two people that have been through it before.
Yeah, they're the ones who are like,
That's cool.
yeah.
And that's a Jai Courtney.
You enjoying all the Brendan Fraser love going around the internet?
I love
How
it.
bad
Oh,
the movie is?
because people are apparently those two movies exist in the same universe.
Well, only because they use
Because
the
they threw
prop.
in Easter eggs, yeah. Is that your dog? Or is that Mike?
It was a weird noise.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser went through like a weird divorce or something where he got just got all his
Have
money.
you seen his hair lately?
He's like, I know those mummy movies.
Or him lately?
Nothing.
No,
He
but
looks like complete shit.
I like
I'm
the
sure he
first
does because it was like apparently really rough on
I
him.
like the first two mummy movies, and I like Bedazzle. It's a funny movie.
Dazzle was okay.
I can't think of any other Brendan Fraser movies.
Uh,
Oh, he did the Looney Tune movie. That was
There was
actually
the
Blast from
movie,
the
Blast
Past.
from the Past was good.
Where him and
Saw
Christopher
that.
Walken is his dad, right? And they live in the bomb shelter. And they thought that bombs went off, but they never actually did. And then he leaves the bomb
Oh.
shelter to go to normal.
He's not bad. Like he's not
Nathan
bad.
No, he's not a
Fillion's the
bad
bad
actor.
guy.
I think he
Yes,
just-
Nathan Fillion is the bad guy. I forgot
I
about
think he just
that.
made bad
Shit.
career choices after.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's if you actually look at it, none of his movies were actually good.
I like
Like,
that.
okay, The Mummy, those were considered like they did okay, but they weren't like mega blockbusters.
You
or
look back
anything.
on him now and you're like,
Like, well, no,
I think
just
that
like
would've been
even
the
at the
first
time,
time
if
you
you look at them
got-
at the time, they were like
When DVDs
these
came out.
movies did surprisingly well. But it's not really because of Brendan Fraser. It's because people like looking at Rachel Weisz and it was a fun movie.
That was the first movie I ever saw.
It was like it's not like he won fucking awards for it. He was never like a great.
Well, no, it's
actor.
just a tip. It's just like it was just a summer blockbuster. And those were fun. It like that catapulted him into the spotlight, and then he didn't do shit with it because he went to do the Looney Tunes movie and like Bedazzled.
I have a question.
And then if you like all the animals gang up on him, you ever see that movie?
Mhm.
He plays the guy who's gonna like it's kind of like a Dr. Dolittle wannabe movie, but he plays like this like business guy who's gonna clear out like the woods to put a mall in, and all the animals who talk to each other gang up and like booby trap him and play pranks on him till he gives up.
Yeah, that's
It's a shitty kids movie. I'm gonna say that's not
What's
what
your
you
question?
do.
My question is this: so I've been rewatching The Office lately.
Yeah.
It's like on Netflix. I was like, it's a good show. I want to watch it again. So, I've been rewatching it, and I bought on like as a DVD box set. Like you just mentioned, buying DVDs. Seasons like 1, 2, and 3. So, my question is, does that entitle me to like, even if I don't have the DVDs anymore? Like I bought them at some point, so like, shouldn't I get like a free download or something
No.
to have the movie?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You didn't buy rights to shit. You bought a physical copy.
and
Yeah.
nowadays there are movies you can buy that come with the
Nowadays.
Nowadays, every movie you buy comes with a
But
digital
like I
copy.
technically bought it.
Yeah, but that was before
For
that.
real.
That problem
That was
sucks.
before that
What
technology existed.
if I had the receipt
Doesn't
and
matter.
it has all my
Because
personal?
it wasn't part of the offer when you bought it.
They probably didn't make digital downloads for The Office.
No.
No, because it was like 2004, 2005.
You know, I was looking in the Walmart DVD section just for shits the other day, and if I was still single and like bought all my shit, I'd be in heaven. Like, you used to buy like a season of South Park was like $30 for like a season. You can buy the whole series for like $20. You can buy like they have like almost any series you can think of combined in one box set, and they're all like $20 to $30 for like for like the whole series. And I'm like,
No one buys physical
no
copies.
one buys
because
copies
no one buys
anymore.
it.
It's so like, and there's every series I ever could want on DVD, and they sell them by the series now.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
like
I
my
was just like,
brother
holy
pre-ordered
fuck.
Logan on DVD or on Blu-ray. And I was like, why? He's like, because then I get a free digital download, and then I get
I mean, movies.
like then I get the
really-
black and white version, and I get special features. I'm like, guess what?
I
I
got
can
the
watch
black and white.
Logan now, because you can always pre-download them before they come out in physical copies. Like, guess what? I'm watching Logan.
You know what you should do? Go to youtube.com/Dave just to watch the Logan music video.
Yeah.
No.
It's
I agree.
a good video.
It is a good video.
In fact, all of you should go and report that channel for some
Get it
reason.
copyrighted because I only have copyrighted material all over my channel. I don't know actually.
I think you're fine. You don't put it for.
No, I don't.
New X-Men
Even
movie's
if I
not being
wanted-
directed by Bryan Singer, so I have hope for it.
But yeah, but it's being stop acting like Bryan Singer's bad. But
Bryan Singer is bad.
I know.
You're like a small
He's
child. you
being,
can't-
but it's being directed by somebody who's never directed a movie before.
Guess what? I'll probably
Your
so I have
children
a
have that
50-50
same
chance of liking it.
Every
So-
monster
Better than
in the
Bryan
kids is
Singer.
gonna be a nightmare.
But Days of Future Past was
It was
the
crap.
best X-Men
Well, I
movie.
think
No,
anyways.
it wasn't.
You
First Class was the best X-Men movie.
stop. When you talk about Days of Future Past, you know you're in the minority.
We
Though,
talked
right?
about
Literally,
this like five,
literally,
6 times.
Every fucking other episode, you two just get on
I
a
know.
rant about X-Men
I know.
for fucking 20 minutes.
But did you?
No.
They did the press release.
No!
There's new.
No.
There's 3 X-Men movies
No.
coming out. It's news.
Nope.
There is. I
Nope.
watched Power Rangers there recently. That movie's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen that, have you?
I was wondering why it bombed so badly, and I realized it's because it alienated the fuck out of its audience. It's like half campy kid stuff and half dark serious, and I'm like, well, you can't do both. You either need to market a dark serious movie for the people that are now 30, or all the kids currently watching. You need to make
Or
it
have
funny
we tried to do the
campy.
Power Rangers before?
Before,
Not,
yeah.
2 hours
No,
in the fucking movie?
I have a nephew who's or not a nephew, like a second cousin.
He doesn't even know what the kid is.
It's my cousin's kid. But anyway, I was talking to him, and he went and took his kid because he currently watches the show and like loves it. And 40 minutes in, he's just like, "Mom, so can we leave?" And she's like, "Why?" And he's like, "There's no Power Rangers. I'm bored as hell." So they just left. And I'm like, because like kids in movies normally make bank, and like the kids movie sucks. So like I don't understand why they fucked it up, because you just market it towards kids, make a ton of money. There's no way there's going to be a sequel because the
Apparently it's
budget.
doing very well overseas.
No, I heard it did bad overseas, but the toy sales were good enough to maybe warrant a sequel.
What movie is this?
Power Rangers. But so the thing is that the sequel budget's going to have to be 2 or 3 times what it was, because now they're Power Rangers. You can't not let them be Power Rangers. They got away with it in the first one because it was like an origin story, and all the special effects were like the last 10 minutes. You can't do that this time. They've got to be Power Rangers and Zords the whole movie. So I just think the series is dead in the water, and I couldn't be happier about it because it was a bore fest.
I never saw that.
I think you guys just hate on everything too much.
I really don't, though. I was looking forward to it.
All I hear is you talk shit now.
I think
Alright, yeah.
I think that
Power
we
Rangers is pretty
generally,
awful,
as a group, can be probably considered either.
I think.
fan- Go, yeah.
I was
no,
just saying,
go ahead.
I think we all like way more stuff than most people on the internet, but go ahead.
No, that's true. I think we're either, generally speaking, we're either usually like fanboys of something, or we like absolutely fucking loathe it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's
mean,
not a lot of
middle ground.
there's not a lot of middle ground when you think
I
about.
have middle ground on the Fast and Furious 8. That movie I saw the other day.
See, I
was just
love
okay.
all those movies. I hate them all.
I haven't watched any of them since
I
the
watched
first one.
the first one or two.
Power Rangers
Yeah,
is the only
I'm
one
not
I've seen
a
recently that I
Tokyo
hated.
Drift.
No, you know what? I thought Wonder Woman was just good.
Everyone thinks one
See,
is good now.
Everyone
haven't seen
loves
Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman, says it's the best superhero movie ever.
He's just saying that it's just good when earlier he said that it was fantastic.
I know.
I didn't say fan. I said it was good. I said the third act kind of blew.
We only.
And the twist kind of sucked. But we can't go into. And I didn't understand her powers. They weren't clear about it. But for Tommy's sake, we can't talk anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Caitlin to see it. I heard it's really good. So
If you hate it, you're a sexist. And you're going to jail.
yeah,
No, if you hate it, you're not sexist because she should have armpit hair and be black and a lesbian.
I did see like
She
a
kind of
funny-
is, though, right? They said that they don't need men for pleasure.
She's black
Well, no, I'm talking about the lesbian.
and the armpit hair.
I did see like a funny like
They have razor
meme.
blades.
So it was like
Sarah.
a picture of like the new Ghostbusters movie, and it was like people just won't accept females in lead roles. Like we're still suffering with sexism in this country.
It's
And
just a
then
bad movie.
picture of
Wonder Woman.
and then just like
With the
what
box
it made,
sales.
and like
Yeah.
someone laughing.
You guys watch that Red Letter Media, right?
Yeah.
I got onto them in the last couple weeks, and I just went down there.
Yeah, they're
to watch
fucking
all of them.
fantastic. All
They're-
of their shit is
Dude,
great.
they're female Ghostbusters. Now I get your sense of humor more in the way you talk.
Yeah, you showed me that too.
But the female Ghostbusters one is
Why didn't I like it? Oh yeah, I hate women.
Well, no, like they're back to the movie. They're like, "Come on, Jay, it's not that bad." I heard it's the highest grossing movie of all time, and then long pause featured 4 female Ghostbusters. And for some reason,
Yeah.
that line just like had me dying. I showed my wife; she didn't think it was funny. Now I'm living on the street.
Your wife obviously is sexist
The
towards men.
fucking the director who in his
Paul
fucking
Feig.
cheese dick suit where he's like, and he's coming up with this stuff, and I'm like, I didn't write it. They're just all so funny.
Did you hear Dan Aykroyd?
They are.
throw
I mean, a
fucking
couple
Paul
of them are
Feig
pretty
under
funny.
the bus.
Yeah, he he shit completely on that movie.
Well, I was kind of with
It's
him.
like it's not the actress's fault.
I was kind of
They're
with
fine.
him when he
That
said.
movie's just fucking garbage.
Well, no, he said that it should have had more of the original cast in it, like more Dan Aykroyd. Like he called himself the like originators. He's like, yeah, it should have had more of the originals in it. I'm like, shut up, Dan Aykroyd. That wouldn't have made it.
Well, just the other stuff that apparently you talked
Your
about. Where he's like,
fucking
you
cameos already
should have filmed a bunch of stuff to make the movie make more sense.
Yeah.
I think bottom line here is even if we had a new Ghostbusters movie and it was 4 dudes and it was like the way it was now, or like personally, and I'm just speaking for myself, I don't want to see Ghostbusters.
I'm not really interested in it.
Like,
It had like expensive
I feel like I just feel like it's kind of sacred, not sacred ground, but I just don't want to see Ghostbusters remake because I
RoboCop
feel
was
like you
almost the
should
same
not
way.
remake that franchise. Like you shouldn't.
Well, yeah, it's fine. If
Leave
anything,
it alone.
make a sequel to it, but that's incorporating that everything that happened in the other 2 movies actually exists. Like the original Ghostbusters reboot pitch was awesome because it was a sequel to where all the old guys basically run a franchise and they like are the CEOs of the company. And so it makes sense that they're not the ones running around busting ghosts because they're too fucking
Yeah.
old. But they hire, younger people to go do it for them. And then you can still reference shit that happened, with Gozer, and then shit with fucking the stupid ass painting.
I just honestly don't think the series has a lot of lore to keep doing movies. The cartoon show had a lot of
They
stories.
should have made
slapstick
Ghostbusters
comedy.
3 back in the early 90s when they wanted to, because Ghostbusters in Hell would have been a
Yeah.
fucking awesome movie.
I agree.
Yeah. Did you play the video game?
No.
Apparently the story's pretty good, and like that is the official sequel to 2. Apparently.
Do you guys ever think though, like some things are just a product of
Over
their
time?
time?
Yeah.
RoboCop was the same.
So-
way.
RoboCop
Yeah, so-
is fucking fantastic.
Like-
It was a decent remake, but it didn't have the magic. It was just a generic action movie.
And this
Well, yeah, it lost a lot of the charm the first one had with all of its bullshit satire commercials, and I'd buy that for $1. And
Yeah. Which they sound half in the bag nonstop.
the same thing applies to like music. So
You think
like when it's actually true. Actually, their Van Halen CD that came out like 5 or 6 years ago. Like it was still Van Halen, and you listen to it, and the riffs were like kind of the same, and like the singing was the same, but you just kind of were like, this is not the '80s, so it loses its.
well, yeah, when AC/DC came out with
With
what was
Black
it, Black
Ice.
Ice, it was like I listened to this album and I remember none of the goddamn songs.
It
on
sounds
Yeah.
really just like any other AC/DC album.
Which that's the thing though.
Well,
All
that's the
AC/DC
thing.
sounds like AC/DC.
It sounds
They're all
the same.
fucking Back in Black or Highway to Hell. They're
But
all the
it
same
wasn't-
song.
It's kind of influenced by its time,
Yeah.
which is not the present. So it seems artificial, or it seems like weird for you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Because
Yeah.
you're not evolving, and you're just trying to learn. There's only one band that can do that, that's Metallica. 'Cause that new album's fucking thrash metal as fuck.
You know what? I actually like Saint Anger.
I've always had the argument that if Saint Anger was made by a different band, just some unknown band, if I walked up to you and said, here's some new band, check out the song, people would have had a better reception to it. But since it was Metallica, you're like, why does it sound like Trash Cans? So where's the guitar solos?
Dude, I kind of like it, man. Like I bought it and I fucking
There's some good songs on it. Frantic's an awesome song.
Frantic's good. Dirty Window's good.
You know what's good? The ending.
Saint Anger's good.
Saint Anger's not bad.
Dude, I bought it and I gotta be honest with you, I hate the fuck out of it.
I was really disappointed.
Because I was shocked.
Well,
I was like,
it was the first time
why does
I
this
did
drum
since
sound like shit?
Reload.
Like, there's no muffling on them at all. They're ringing out. There's a lot of overtones and nastiness in there. But then as I listened to it more, I was like, I kind of appreciate it for. I feel like it is authentic.
Yeah.
I think that Metallica went in there and for the time, they did what they felt they should do.
We got 2 excellent albums after that because they learned their lesson. Because Death Magnetic and the new Hardwire.
Well, and then they started making music like, all right, so we're Metallica. Let's not be Metallica.
Yeah,
Let's be Metallica still.
which is good because they're the most talented band in the world.
I like Saint Anger.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Okay.
Only about half the songs are good though.
1, 2, 3, 5, and 9 are the only tracks I ever been back
I've-
to listen to.
I bought the album. Did you buy the CD and then it came with a DVD of the making of it?
Yeah, and it's
That was
depressing
awesome.
because
It's-
they're fucking fighting the entire time.
They are fighting, but I like
And they
it.
kind of sound like a bunch of bitches because Kirk Hammett sounds flamboyant. So when he yells, he's like, "Come on, guys, let's quit fighting."
Yeah, he does. He's
Come
like-
on, man.
He's like, come on guys, seriously.
But I love Jason Newsted, who just quit. He's like, dude, we're like the baddest ass band in the world. You guys are sitting around whining like a bunch of pussies. I'm out. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
I might listen on the way home. It's good.
You should listen to any other album by them, though. Even though we just praised it, it's still their worst fucking album by a long shot. Sorry, we have two non-Metallica fans on the table for some reason.
No, I think they just.
I like
don't
Metallica.
Stay
I just think that album's fucking garbage.
Have you listened to the new one?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's a throwback.
I'm going to remember Metallica as they should back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning is their best album, and I'll never understand how people can hate Smash Their Puppets with a Black Album.
I like Load.
I mean, I think Load and Reload, if you took half of Load, half of Reload, and combined it in one album, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But I think there's a ton of filler on both.
See, I don't like Ride the Lightning. It's too thrash for me. And I'm saying that
That
as a
makes no
metal.
sense.
I'm saying that as a metal fan, but it's too. I don't like Metallica's brand of thrash metal. I like their more.
I don't
they're
think
just solid metal.
I don't think there's a better three-punch opening to any album than Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, which I would say is their best song and has their best guitar solo, and then For Who the Bell Tolls. And then their best ballad, I think, is Fade to Black, sounded amazing live. And then their best instrumental is at the end of that album. And there's just there's always a couple filler tracks, I think, on any Metallica album. But Ride the Lightning for me is just like fucking perfection.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good one. I like it a lot.
I dig it.
I was reminded the other day of how good. Remember in high school I used to listen to shit out of Incubus all the time. Science
Is so
fucking
good.
amazing album. It's so good.
It saddens me. You remember when Like Grenades came out and they made us like a fucking impressionist statement saying
Yeah.
that they were going to go back to that style, and they sort of did for one song, but it wasn't very good. It
Yeah.
had me so hyped for nothing.
I think Dylan, you had that CD, like Grenades in it. We had like a couple songs on it, but it wasn't.
It's not a terrible album, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. It set expectations up for them saying that we're going to go back to like the Science and Fungus Among Us route.
Yeah, Science is so.
Now, granted, I really do like Morning View a lot for what it is. It's
So
actually like that last song on there and that little outro is like so calming and peaceful.
One of our Aqueous Transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Circles, like there's a ton of great songs on Morning View. It just isn't what I want from them, if that makes sense.
When we were younger, and I think Morning View came out like something like 2007 or something like that.
We're all the same age, right? We're all graduated in 2005.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That came out when we were juniors. Or no, wait, sophomores.
Oh yeah. So like 2003.
Yeah.
But
This
I
chair's
remember.
sticky as fuck, Dylan. I keep like sticking to it, and I lean up.
Your personal comfort means literally nothing to me.
I just want to keep blocking Tommy, and your sticky chairs will stop me.
I remember listening to Incubus, and Incubus is a good band to look at as a band that evolved into more commercial, like poppier stuff, but still maintain their edge and their quality throughout.
I mean, yeah, I would agree. Besides A Crow Left of the Murder, for some reason,
I only like a couple of those.
I didn't stick to a single album on that or song on that album, but other than that, even their brand new one they released a couple months ago called 8, still really good.
I haven't listened to it. But I really like Dirk Lance as their bassist, and when he left,
Oh, he's fucking incredible. That slap bass he does and the bridge of Redefined, the opening from Science,
yeah,
so fucking awesome.
with the didgeridoo.
Dylan, go get your bass and play me some Redefined.
I own 0 bases.
I own 2 basses. Ask me how much bass I play.
You would play no bass.
I play fake bass. Your music videos at youtube.com/stages with the J.
Yep. Remember that so you can go record it.
Yeah, that shit was pretty good.
Alright, I feel like the conversation's over. This is the episode over.
Nope.
No, we
I
just-
think this side of the table doesn't really give a shit that much about music the way.
I have
It's not
discovered,
even music, it's Metallica.
I have discovered
not
recently though,
20-minute conversation about Metallica.
this conversation right now that we're having makes us like.
The top of the game as far as podcasts go.
So when we were, yes, absolutely, we've always been the top podcast in the world.
No, we've always been the most okay.
We're a little bit above Joe Rogan and the Nerdist.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Yeah.
just slightly.
I hope Joe Rogan shows up and just punches you in the face.
Dude,
As long as he doesn't do his stand-up, because he's an awesome host, but I can't get into his
I
stand-up.
hope he punches you twice now for making fun of his
It's
stand-up.
fine as long as I don't listen to his stand-up. It's all good.
Rogan's one of the best.
No, man, the top are like Chappelle and Burr.
Rogan's
and
good. He's
Jesselman,
just got a lot of
and
energy.
Carmichael, and I've tried to watch this one on Netflix, but like I listen to his podcast all the time. I think he's a good host, interesting dude. Nothing against him. He's actually I like his ideals. I just don't
Not
like his
not his
comedy
newest
stuff.
one, the one before that.
Whatever one's on
On
Netflix.
Netflix killed me, dude.
Something about being triggered is
So
the name of it.
good.
And like he just
Trigger-
talks
yeah,
about the
his new
same
one's
stuff he
called
does.
Triggered. The other one's called, I think, Destroy Life.
Maybe it's just because that
2007.
subject matter has been discussed so in depth, especially by him.
That other one
It's
on
not
there
important
is from like 10 years ago or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
Which one's the triggered
It's
one?
really-
No, the one before that.
The one where he's got the golfer's hat on.
The triggered one's the one I watched.
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't
Yeah.
matter because I hate people that get triggered. Obviously, not my jokes.
Mhm.
But I just didn't stick with it for some reason.
Jokes.
You guys haven't ever checked out Jerome Carmichael yet, have you? My
No.
recommendations.
Nope.
He's good.
I don't trust you with almost anything.
He's also not on
about
Netflix.
Comedy.
Well, that's not true. I have awesome taste in comedy.
Not stand up.
How about in South Park? Are the best? Oh, I think we all like the same. I think you guys just might watch and like more than me. I don't watch a ton of stand-ups.
I really ever since I've become a huge Tom Segura fan. Like you showed it to me one day over here, and like, dude, I love that guy.
I don't know who he is.
He looks like Dylan said. He looks kind of like we look similar, and we
Yeah,
actually
Tom.
we have the same type of humor too. It's weird.
You guys like Jim Jeffries? I saw he was doing a show on Comedy Central.
Yeah,
now.
jeans, same jeans.
I think Jim Jeffries is overshot.
I saw one of his stand-ups. I thought it was pretty funny, but yeah,
Well, it seems like he's gotten into the whole America bashing shtick.
it's super easy
When
to
he's
use.
not-
not
Jim Jeffries.
from America.
He's not from America, obviously,
And
by
makes
his
all his
voice.
money from Americans.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
hey,
comedy. I don't
It's
think
comedy.
we
Go
can
fuck
get
yourself.
sensitive. I don't think we get too
Was it
sensitive.
legit? Was it legit?
that show was good.
That show
I love
was
that show.
Yeah, but it was essentially like his early stand-ups balled into a show like all comics.
Don't you feel like once a stand-up gets a show on Comedy Central, they end up becoming not as funny?
I think.
I feel like that's Tasha's the only one I've noticed that like I still enjoy his stand-ups. Not that he does too many of them. He's only had like 2 specials since the show. I remember Lewis Black had that show. and I
His
love Lewis
first,
Black.
his like first big special was amazing, and I really just feel like I like him. He's funny, but he's super gimmicky in my opinion. Like he just
Same.
sticks to the
he
same
is,
like.
but I feel like white trash, poor, racist, and sexist jokes will always be funny to me.
Yeah, but think
You know,
about
Manchester
think
United
about this.
Yeah.
If you don't have a show on Comedy Central and you're like, I'm gonna release one stand-up comedy special a year, so that's all you do. You literally write jokes, go work them out, improve them, and then you put them in a comedy special. If you have a weekly show where you're on for an hour and you're expected to have all these jokes, like that's gonna drain you. Like
I assume his show is writers though.
Well, he's a writer really
Yeah,
because he
but
always
still.
shows them in the show.
still though.
But still, yeah. You can always stretch because he is a gimmick. Like he has an image.
I agree, but like
He's a comedian with an image.
there's
You can't-
like I mean look at Louis. Louis show didn't really damper his specials in my opinion.
No, that's a good point.
That's
I
true, but
really
I think
enjoy
Louis
him.
is. I think, and other comedians have said this too. I think Louis is exceptional.
Exceptional.
Because he's so prolific.
I
He
heard him and
just,
Dan Cook have a good relationship.
he just comes out with so much shit, and he's just like
Well, you guys watch Pete
That's
Holmes?
the
he
thing,
can
though.
forever generate.
Louis, the reason Louis will be a legend of comedy when he's all done and hangs it up and dies, he'll probably do it till he dies, is because he follows the same traits that the legends do. Like Dave Chappelle's new special was really good and it was really funny.
I really dug it.
But it was very similar to his last. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't a whole lot of growth there.
A lot of
Louis,
people-
you can see like he goes out and does a lot of the same stuff, but he also adds a lot to it and he manipulates it. And the greats grow. Like if you watch Carlin's specials from like beginning to end, he adapts and grows and changes with everything. And there's like a different feel to a lot of the specials. And some of Louis' specials are better than other ones, but a lot of them have like a different feel to them right out the gate. Like he's the same, but like the way that he brings it all to the
He's a-
table
he's a
is like
suit now, though.
it's like a different feel to it at times. And I feel like that's what the greats do. They grow and build off of it. Where guys like Tosh, they just hit that same thing.
Same thing.
I think that's why what's his name, the YouTube singer. He started on YouTube.
Oh,
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
Funny as fuck, but he kind of just hits that same line constantly.
I
haven't
I
watched
actually
his
disagree
before.
with you.
Is it good?
In
I
what part?
think in both parts actually, respectfully, I think Louis Louis is just, I think his first stand-up special was super good, and he's continued to churn out really good content, but I don't see that much of a difference. And actually in Bo Burnham stuff, I have seen some growth.
He's more like skit musician though at the same time, right? So
Yeah, but he
he's more of
does-
an artist. if
I
that
think
makes sense.
I think he pushes the boundaries a little bit more than Louis does even.
And
I
do you think his
disagree
age?
with that.
Do you think his age is something to do with
Respectfully,
it?
of course.
Yeah,
Respectfully.
exactly.
I'm not respectful at all. Fuck you, faggots. Do you think his age has something to do with it? Because like Bo Burnham's like a young kid, so you're growing and maturing and changing. People's personalities change like a 180 from when
The reason,
you're like 20, you're what 18 to like 25.
that's true.
Louis he's just always been a middle-aged dude.
I feel like Louis is like a super solid and always will be a super solid comedian, comic. But like Bo Burnham is, he's a good comic, but he does shit. When I watch Bo Burnham, I'm expecting some fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting him just to sit up there
My
and
issue-
tell jokes. He's gonna do just
My
weird
entire
shit.
issue with Bo, I love him. There's plenty of tracks that I fucking adore, but in each of his specials that he's done, there's these like long lull points for me where I'm just like essentially waiting to laugh again for way too fucking long, in my opinion. There's just stuff that he does where I'm just like, come on.
I think it's probably my.
And I don't get that with guys like Louis and Burr.
That's true.
And don't get me wrong, part of it is because of Bo's style.
Yeah.
Bo goes into songs and he reads poems and does all these different things. And some of those things just don't hit for me.
And Bo sometimes gets serious. Too.
Well, and some of his bits are really long.
Yeah.
And so if you get one that isn't like your taste of like what makes you really laugh,
You have to wait
then
it
you're
out.
waiting for that entire bit to come to an end. But like I
must be my
said,
fear
when
of
Bo
going to
hits for me, I'm like dying.
Yeah.
I'm like dying laughing.
I actually kind of like his serious stuff too, more like the one, well, like you showed me. Like it's still jokey, but the song, like from God's perspective,
Yeah, it's a great song. It's,
where you like listen to it, it's like jokey, but it's not like fart joke, whatever. It's
Right.
like you're like, oh, okay, you're actually saying something about society here, or The Art Is Dead, where he's talking about making a bunch of money whenever people are dying, like homeless, like, and I wanted my name in lights to make money, and I'm selfish, and I'm an artist, and whatever.
Yeah, no, and like I said, like if they're different, completely different styles. Like I said, I watched Tasha's new stuff and it was funny. I laughed, but it didn't feel like it had changed
It's
or.
no, like I,
I mean,
said,
it could have like if I would have watched it with the first one, I wouldn't even really notice that it changed, other than the fact he was
Yeah.
in different
it's because
clothing.
I think he has the
I
image.
feel it.
He has the image.
Like I
he
said,
can't change,
I
though.
feel like every time I watch like a new Burr or a new CK, and there's a couple different, even like Tom Segura's Mostly Stories, as opposed to his first one, they have like a completely different feel
Yeah,
to
they
it.
do.
It's almost like that one guy, I can't think of his name now, but where he does the 3 different comedy specials in one, and he has like the 3 mics. I can't think of what the guy's name was.
He's the writer for Chappelle Show.
He was the writer for
Something
Special.
Neil Brennan.
And I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen it, but he has 3 different mics, and he steps up to like the first mic, and he does like a comedy style for like a stand-up.
His name's
It's
Neil
like a
Brennan.
certain style, and then halfway through it goes dark, and he moves to the next mic, and he changes his entire style of comedy on that mic, and he goes, and it was really good, and it was fun, and
That
he
should
kinda-
be hard.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was. I doubt he'd do another special like that. I feel like that was like a one and done type
He
thing
said,
for
"Fuck
him.
it."
But
I nailed it.
just because I think it would just be too much of a pain in the ass to try to do that with every one of your
Oh yeah.
specials. Like
Doing
don't-
just
me-
a normal
like I
set,
said,
I think, would be incredibly
me
hard.
and Tommy have always fucking loved comedy.
You know who I slept on
Always.
for way too long?
Remember when I fell off your bed laughing,
Yeah.
watching Sinbad stand
When
up?
we were like 13 or something.
Sinbad?
Dude, his stand up was fucking.
I remember a
great.
sitcom. He had a sitcom, right? Around the same
He did
time.
a genie movie in the '90s.
That's true.
Yeah, called
No, it's not.
Kazam.
God damn it, David. No, it's not.
What?
That's the Mandela effect. People remember.
Oh no, that was with Shaq.
Yeah.
Kazam.
People
The
insist
Sinbad
though.
had a sitcom.
People insist that Sinbad did a genie movie called Kazam, which never existed. But people remember it.
I would have just went along with it if you would have said he did it.
Do you guys remember the Sega game Shaq Fu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fight. It was Shaq and a bunch of crazy. Like there was like a tiger, I think, too.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
It was him cashing in on just cashing on the man.
Shaq wanted to be in a video game.
Honestly, it wasn't a bad fighter though. It has some decent mechanics. It was no fucking.
I don't remember the
It was no fucking Primal Rage. I'll tell you that. But it was still a decent Sega fighting game. We had the little caveman people.
You guys ever played the Sega game called Two Crude Dudes?
I feel like you're pulling out.
No, I swear to God, it
Do
existed.
you remember Bad Dudes?
I
We
do.
had to save the president
Bad dudes.
because he'd been kidnapped by ninjas.
I swear to God, it existed.
We did.
Two Crude
President-
Dudes. You would literally like spit and like shit on people and stuff. Like when you
Why
when
did
you were like
they both like Duke Nukem?
An apocalyptic environment in New York has been overrun by an organized terrorist group called Big Valley. In order to counter this problem, the government has secretly hired 2 operatives codenamed Two Crude Dudes to enter the city and destroy the organization. 1990.
Since the Sega
A
Genesis.
spiritual sequel to Bad Dudes.
Oh shit. Since like the Sega Genesis couldn't really tell stories, you could have whatever ridiculous shit popped up before you started the game and it wouldn't matter. I feel like people that made games just like had fun with it.
You guys remember Booger Man?
Yep.
Yes, I love Burger Man.
Shit's
I'm
great.
still waiting on the fucking live movie adaptation. Hope it's coming this summer.
It's not. It's not.
Well, we're
Hollywood will cash in on Burger Man sooner or later. You know.
Burger Man?
They're
Burger
getting
Man.
different.
Burger Man.
We're an hour. Do you want to spare them any
Yeah.
additional like horrific viewing? You want to close it down?
It's not my call. Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, we got a board
Just
game
saying.
to play.
Do you
Let's
wanna
get the
close
fuck
it
out
down?
of here. Yeah, let's close it down. Don't
Okay.
sign us
I'm
on.
not playing a board game with you.
They're gonna play the board game while I watch. Let's
No.
get this shit
We're
going.
gonna play after you leave.
You know I never leave.
What are you guys playing, D&D?
You've been back in your hamster ball. you fuck.
We're on the street.
No, we don't let you.
You don't know I get
You
it.
don't have to lie to the
Are
people.
you gonna close it down or you want me to close it down?
I'm not closing shit down.
Brad, you gonna close it down?
It's over. Goodbye.
Thank you guys. This has been episode 13 and a half. Just let you think on that for a minute.
That's how you get Dylan to close shit down. You just half-ass it real quick.
Episode 69.
And then he feels like he has to fix it.
Appreciate you guys tuning in,
What are
checking
we gonna
out.
do for
Shut up, I'm
episode 69?
closing.
Hit the button that looks
We're
like
not going
this.
to get to episode 69.
We're changing
It'll
the.
be a different podcast.
Can
4
we,
different times by then.
can we do it in the kiddie pool for make it episode 69?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we should.
Hit the button that looks like that.
And get us to episode 69, please.
And make sure you go by Dave
Oh,
G's
it's a
page
fucking-
and report him.
January.
When you say Dages, I wonder how anybody would try to spell that online.
Dave with a J is as dumb as that bar with a Z.
And on that, good night.
Yeah, I say I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah, hit the follow, subscribe, check out Strange.
Wait, your YouTube thing
Much
is
better than
Stages?
Yes.
Yeah. Not subscribing to that channel ever.
Thank you all. Let us know what you think. Tell us if you want us to bash something you love, because apparently that's all the fuck this guy does.
Dude, everybody hates Power
Nope,
Rangers.
it's
movie
over.
Made like 12
Good night,
times in the
everyone.
box office. That movie really is fucking terrible, though. The opening scene is them jerking off a cow.